The blur has been unleashed. And I think tayo, we're not like super surprised. But in the same way, because first time ni Jason Castro William, no, sa FIBA-Asia, parang we're not surprised na oo. Does that make sense, Miyaka?
Hindi.
No, kasi like I had total confidence that Jason would be explosive sa FIBA-Asia, and I thought defenders would be surprised. But syempre, to see is also to believe. Yung nakita mo na parang, nga, no?
I think what you're saying is
What am I saying?
Nakaka-believe na makita si Jason go up against guys like, 7 feet tall.
Yun, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. No, but aren't we happy for Jason Castro?
We knew he could do it. Alam natin kayang-kaya niya, pero now it's proven na totoo pala na hindi lang sa Filipino niya kaya yung gawin, but on the Asian level, he can dominate na yung lahat ng gwardiya dyan, naiiwan niya, hindi lang half a step, a whole step behind iniiwan niya, and then pag sinalubungan ng mga 7-footer, lang problema.
I agree, for me, I knew that he was the blur in the PBA, but for him to do that, to be the blur among the top Asian guards, and for them to talaga, they're giving him too much space, and he still beats them, and he's such a big factor for the Philippine team. Where you have Larry and Jeff Chan being your main shooters, there's a guy who can break down the defense and just create for the guys, and you can just see how talented this guy is.
Charles, are you? I know nothing surprises you anymore, but are you surprised with how Jason has been performing?
Hindi naman. I think he's one of the toughest guards to cover one-on-one. I mean, no one really has a chance against him. Against Jordan, in the first half, you could see Coach Chot was begging Jason to run their open set, which would basically spread the floor, and to stop calling pick and rolls. But tigas ng ulo niya, ayaw. Pero nung second half, when he finally did that point guard had no chance against him, and that's when we kind of pulled away. And against Taiwan, I mean, there was only one point guard who kind of gave him a hard time, but the rest of the guys, they couldn't keep up. And, it's tough. He generates so much offense, as we said, and the shooters will be open because of him if he's able to create and draw the defense. So he's such a crucial part of the team.
So para sa'yo, matigas ang ulo ni Jason Castro.
Narinig ko yun eh. Did I hear that right?
Mo hindi nakikinig eh.
Diba? We're asking people not to criticize the national team, and you're saying matigas ang ulo
In a good
ni
way.
Jason Castro.
No. Okay, whatever you want to say, but I'm just saying.
No, pero you remember how impressive Cyrus Baguio was back in 2009,
Right.
yung team ni Coach Yang,
Yeah.
and how great Sol Mercado was last year in the Jones Cup. Pinagsama mo pa yung dalawa, biglang may Jason Castro. Kaya nung inangatan pa niya yung level ng dalawa, nothing but good things.
Nakakashoot pa siya ngayon, so di mo siya pwede sagan. But no, I mean, kasi Coach Chot was telling him like 3 times, I swear, he's like,
Okay,
Jason.
fine. I have to give up. Kasi naintindihan ko si Charles. Okay?
Nagkaintindihan kayo. The first.
Hindi, kasi pinapanood ko si Jason and I would want him to like set up plays. Kasi siya yung point guard eh. But instead, nakikita natin siya, mas madami pa siya yung nagkikreate for himself, calling the pick and rolls. Parang minsan lang nawawala yung team kasi hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin ni Jason. But, in the end, it was effective and sige, do your thing.
Actually, right now, until the defenses respect him, drive and kick yun di ba?
Yeah.
Saksak siya ng saksak, hindi talaga nag-collapse sa kanya late na dumadating, dinediretso pa rin niya. Ngayong second round, if teams with the scouting report of those 3 games in the first round, pag nag-collapse sa kanya, that will open up the shooters, hopefully.
Pero problema ngayon, they're all staying home because they know Jeff, they know Larry now.
yun
That's
nga.
what Taiwan did, they kind of stayed home. But
they don't still know Gary.
yeah, he'll explode eventually. But
Di pa nagliliyabang
pero
kami.
si Jason, grabe talaga. I mean, he can stop. That's why I understand why Coach Chot's telling him, just drive. Do your thing. No need to ask for some big guy to help you out. Wala naman nakaka-stay in front of him.
I totally agree. That's what Charles was saying. That's what Chot wants. He wants Jason to actually, you have the ball, attack. Because ako naniniwala ako, I don't think there's anyone, alright? There's anyone sa FIBA-Asia that can guard Jason one-on-one. Because they're bigger. They're taller.
It used to be no one in the Philippines. Now there's nobody in Asia.
No, ako
Especially a point guard.
Yeah, ako naniniwala ako doon. Wala siyang ka-matchup na kaya siyang batean one-on-one. Especially if you have the you have the floor spread. Tapos
Especially with the shooters are there.
exactly,
When they stay home.
naka-isolate. Walang kaya bumate kay Jason. And I really have this feeling, this gut feel na in this tournament, I think Jason Castro will become a legend. I think he's going to second round and knockouts. I think Jason Castro is
And
going
he's
to be
been
a legend.
consistent, diba?
Yeah.
I think Larry didn't play well 2 games before, and then last game Larry played well. Then Jeff Chan scored very well this 2 games ago. Then last game against Chinese Taipei, that's when he didn't score that much, or he didn't 0 yata si Jeff.
Jason and Ronidel and Gabe have been the most
Yeah,
consistent.
yeah.
Yeah.
But in scoring, basically, si Jason has been
And
scoring.
he's like a constant threat. Plus, the other thing that I like, no, na nakita ko kay Jason Castro was emotion. Something that we rarely see in the PBA. But I suppose dito nag-a-apply yung it's different when you're playing for the country and you're playing before your countrymen, na yung lumalabas yung emotion and you know, I've been covering PBA for just a short while lang. You know, just for
That's
kapapanood mo lang,
That's not what I
No,
saw.
I've been covering
1998?
just for the past couple of years lang, and I
decade.
you know, and I rarely see Jason show emotion. And I saw that, you know, fist in the air, sumisigaw siya, let's go. You rarely see that even during close games for talking text, and it's so refreshing, no, to see Jason na parang sige, wala nang shy, wala nang shy type.
And he's doing it on both ends of the floor. Defensively, he was tasked to guard that number 12 when si number 12 walang makapigil, and he was the one assigned. And
Yes, he
he
lived.
almost stole the ball from
Right.
him. And
Yeah.
there are a couple of plays that he's really fighting, and you know you have to appreciate his effort.
I think Jason also represents, you know, that sort of classic Pinoy fighting spirit, di ba, Mago?
Yung bawi. Yung bawi, binabanggit na nga ni Charles kanina, nasermo na a couple of times. During that Jordan game, I was mga 3 feet away, 5 feet away from him. Dinig na dinig ko yung pagsasermon sa kanya ni Coach Chot Reyes pagka nagkakamali siya. And sumasagot naman siya, babawi ako coach. And twice it happened, nung nasermonan siya, bumalik siya, nakabawi naman. And yung second time, when he missed that layup at the end of the third quarter, he just sat at the end of the bench, didn't even join the huddle, but you can just see it in his eyes na babawi siya. Yun yung Filipino fighting spirit na, di ba, palaging merong bawi naman eh.
Okay, so Jason, whatever it is that you're doing, even if we know you're not watching this kasi wala sila.
Bawal.
Wala. No internet, but still, bro, keep it up.